He showed up early this morning, got right to work. It must be about 15 minutes ago, and then he showed up. And there's the rain. There's the rain out there to the south. It's raining a little bit. Oh, I'm hearing thunder. I hear thunder up there. Thunder comes lightning, so hope we get done with this quick. Thunder. Dark cloud out that way and to the west. And some bigger clouds up here. Almost. Hopefully it's going north. The lightning's getting too close for me. I'm gonna go in. I hope he gets out of here too. He's almost done. The lightning is over there. I just saw some. Yeah, here's a crack. Too close for me. Yeah, look at that thing. Yeah. I don't know how safe he is on that machine, but I'm not safe out here. Yeah, it's just, looks like it's moving north, but still. I'm just too close. It's too close for me. There's that lightning again. Gotta go in. The cloud's too close. Same place he parked last time he was there. I was coming up the driveway. There was a big lightning, flash of lightning, and a big crack. So it's too close for me. I hope he's safe down there. Too close for me. I think it's moving away, but still, it's starting to rain now. Oh, he's coming out now. He's coming out. He's smart. I'll close the gate later. Yeah, he's coming out now. Down there. Yeah, that last crack of lightning was too close. Way too close. Yeah. Yeah, I think he was done anyway. I think he was done. And it's just starting to rain too. The last crack of lightning broke loose the water. Oh boy, that's a close call. There's some more lightning. I don't think he's too protected on that thing. Yeah, he's done enough for me. There he goes. There's now draining. I think he still has some more work there, but he says to let him know if it don't hold, he can always come back. Well, he's got the big part done. I gotta wait till this rain is over, and then I gotta close that gate. But I'm not going out there in this lightning. Besides, the cattle are farther away from the gate, so. And if it's raining, I don't think I'll go near it. At least I got something done. Got something done. Yeah, that last lightning. Oh boy, that was close and loud too. But you can always tell how close the lightning is by the time it takes from the flash of lightning to the sound of the thunder. And it was only like a couple seconds, so it was close. It was close. You scared the hell out of me. Okay, I'll just wait till this rain's over and then I'll go close the gate. I'm underneath next to my chicken house here. And there's the cattle down there, so they're not close to the gate. And the other one's over there. Yeah, so it's still thundering. Yeah. I can keep an eye on them here. If they get close to the gate, I'll have to get my umbrella and close the gate. But as long as they stay in this area, I can leave the gate open. Until the rain stops anyway. Oh boy. That's close. Oh, at least I feel safer under the carport. Yeah, the rain's letting up. Yeah, it's clearing up to the south. Yeah, that little cell moved off. Ooh, that's close. Well, this 7:45 a.m. radar shows that big storm cell was right north and northwest, or northwest of me. Yeah, west and northwest. That's what I was seeing. That's where all that lightning came out of. It's more over, yeah, just to my northwest. Oh, that looks strong. Well, at least I just got the edge of it, so but it's still pretty strong. It's about 750 right now, so it's still over there. But I think it's moving that way. So I think it's gonna, most of it will miss me. That was a close one though. Yeah. That last lightning really shook me. Made me run. Still seeing lightning, but it seems like it's farther away. Yeah, storm moved off to the north. Yeah, but it's still raining a little bit. I'm gonna wait a few minutes before I need to go down. I got to my umbrella now, but I'm gonna wait for that move off a little bit before I close the gate. As long as the cattle aren't near it, I'll wait. Well, there's one cow. There's another cow and the bull. I don't see the third one. I may have to go out and find out where she is. I don't see her anywhere. Oh, there she is. Okay, she's up there. I think she crossed the culvert. I can just barely see the culvert from here. Yeah, I can see it behind that lawnmower. I'm getting wet here on the edge of the roof. Yeah, so there's no hurry to close the gate. They're all far away from it. At least I got done. It was kind of a quick thing too, because he called me about 6:50 a.m. or he texted me saying he could do it in an hour, and he showed up here about 7:15 And now he's done. It's almost 8 right now. 7:50, 7:55. So he got it done pretty quick. Yeah, I didn't think it'd take him that long. That's about half an hour. Well, maybe more than half an hour. I think he was done around 7:45 anyway. Yeah, about a half hour. It took about a half hour. Let's see what his boss will charge me. Okay, well, looks like there's less rain now, so I'm gonna go see if I can close that gate. Yeah, maybe not. There's still lightning out there. Yeah, I just saw a flash. I'm waiting for the sound of the thunder. I didn't hear it yet. Maybe it did. I think the rain's coming again. You know, every time the lightning flashes, the rain is let loose. I guess the lightning shakes the clouds, or should I say the thunder shakes the clouds and releases the rain. What do they say? Release the Kraken! This is the air compressor tank I patched yesterday with a screw and some, what do they call it? JB Weld. Yeah, mix them up. But I better take it in before the motor gets wet. It's still raining, so I think there's another rain coming, so I gotta get that gate closed before I run out of. Yeah. I'm just afraid of the lightning. Let's see what I can do. Wind's picking up. That's not a good sign. Yeah, she was getting close, so I'm glad it came down here. Well, at least the culvert's moved over there. I got 2 of them there now, and it didn't quite get that thing the way I wanted it, but close enough. So I got the gate closed. Look at that cloud over there. Ooh. Yeah, that's a big one over there. At least I got it done, or the work's done. One less thing to worry about. Storm's moving off to the. Looks like this is going east. These clouds are going east. That's where that big storm was, over that way. Boy, I just saw lightning. There's still some rain over there. Cleared out over there. West. Look at this. Look at these things. Looks scary. All these clouds are moving east. Yeah, it looks scary. Look at that. Look at those clouds. Anyway, I'm going in before it rains again. Well, that was an exciting morning. Yeah, we got that dug out. Saw that cow? No, you guys are over there by the hay, and he was doing the digging. Yeah, but now he moved that culvert from there, which is just what I wanted, and he moved, and he installed 2 of them over there. He put a little bit dirt on the side there, to, you know, like a little protection in case the water does overflow in that corner, and it hits those 2 culverts. There's 2 culverts there now, so I'm thinking that should hold. That should allow the water to go through. And then he dug this out. Looks like he missed a spot right there on the other side. I think the lightning chased them away. I know it did me. Lightning was getting too close, and then as I was walking up my driveway, the last one, I think, told him to get out of there, and he did. Yeah, the other cow's over there in that ditch. Yeah, in that ditch. And I closed the gate, so I'm good. Looks like it's clearing up a little bit around me. There's rain still to the north. And it looks like there's some clouds to the east too, building up. Oh boy, that was an exciting morning. Yeah, but I'm just glad to have that done. I guess now I'm waiting for the next big rain. See how the water flows. See how the water flows. Okay. Let's go in and check the weather radar again. I also changed my mind around about this. What I was going to do on this fence. I was planning to put a gate. I got some T-posts there going down to the end of these trees and going over to that tree and over behind those trees and then down the hill again. That's similar to what I had before, but before I had it all the way going past out to the hill and then going out along the edge of the hill there. But now I got that other area there where the trailer is fenced off, so I can use that area. And I was going to put a gate here, leave this fence, and then add that fence going down. But I decided I'm still going to straighten this fence out, still straighten that fence, and still put the fence up along there. But I'm going to eliminate this fence completely. Why put a gate when I'll just let them come up like they did before? Yeah, that way I have some extra posts to use. So that'll be good. Yeah, I just eliminate this fence going down the hill and then put the wires up along there. Double wire all the way around. All the way. I have to add some wire, but that's okay. Yeah, I think that's the best thing to do. Why put a gate when I just take the fence down? One reason I took this down and changed it before because I thought I was going to cut off all these branches like I did on the other side of the driveway. I was going to cut these branches off, and then I was going to maybe stack bales here underneath these trees on the back side here, but yeah, but I didn't want to do the work, and I think the hill's too steep to put bales on. They'll roll down the hill. So that makes it easier for me. Just take this fence out, move it there. Yeah, where they got more shade to lay on underneath these trees. So that's working out. That'll work out. Who's good? Look at Bully. He's down there. He's down there rubbing his head on the dirt. Of course, that's what bulls do. Yeah, he's rubbing his head. There's somebody going by. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Bully, you got your muddy head. Yeah, dug that out and moved it over there. Yeah, I got two culverts in there now. They moved my logs too, so that's good. I think the storm is over. I'm seeing blue skies between the clouds. Yeah, these clouds thinned out here. Yeah, nice cool southwest or west wind. Yeah, kind of cold. Yeah, but it feels good. I can still hear the thunder to the north. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go back in. Yeah, I'm thinking I might work on that tractor today, since it won't be too hot. At least get started on it, see what I'm dealing with. The hard part, I think, is taking them nuts off the ends where those tie rods are attached. If I can get them off, the rest should be easy. Looks like the corner of my roofing is coming off. I need to get up there with a ladder and nail it back down before the whole rest of it comes off. Yeah, I just heard it hit. Yeah. Big storm on the northwest of me. It moved off. I can still see the rain coming down. I think that's rain. Anyway, wind calmed down too a little bit. Yeah, it's just gentle breeze now. Feels good though. Let's go check the radar, see what it looks like. Well, at least it's calm now. No more lightning close by anyway. Oh, they're so real blue over there. Dark clouds way over there. Yeah. I'll check the radar to see what's that doing. Yeah, there's some. I can hear the thunder booming over that way. Yeah, big booms. To the east, northeast. Yeah. That's what was dug out right there. I dug that culvert out there and put it over there and added another one. So I got two culverts there, and dug that ditch out and made a little berm there. Because that's when the water turns, that's where it wants to come out. When the stream turns, the water wants to keep going straight. So that should work. That should help. Next big rain will tell me if that works or not. But look at how dark it is over there. That's that cell that was northwest to me. Now it's moved east. Now it's over that way. Straight north to me now. And I knew the cattle would get up to the gate, so I'm glad I closed it. Otherwise they'd be wandering around. Well guys, I'm glad I got it done. It sure was a quick action he did. Get that done before that rain hit. Actually, it wasn't the rain, it was the lightning that chased us out. The lightning. Too close for comfort. Alright, now I'm going to check the radar. Western sky. Southwest. And south. I see blue skies to the southwest. Okay, let's go in. I can really see the weeds in the garden dying. Yeah. After I get that tractor done, I'll start working on that manure in the barn maybe. Although I got fence spraying to do, and I got some carpenter bees to take to spray. I'm getting a lot of things to getting behind on, so one thing at a time though. The new mama cat, she just had kittens the other day, and now she came out of her doghouse. I guess I should call it a cat house, but that's his little sister. Yeah, she came out to eat. I think she had them yesterday or the day before. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. I can't remember anymore. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. I still hear thunder. Well, okay. You go ahead and fill your belly up, girl, because you got 4 babies to feed. 4 babies to feed. I think there's 4. Let me take a look. Yeah, there's 4 of them. Yeah. They look like they're okay. It's hard to get a good look at them. There's some that are gray and some got white on them. Yeah, if I do that, I can't see nothing. I gotta shine the light away from them. I'll wait a few days before I start playing with them. I like to wait until their eyes open, which is about, 9 days? That way they'll know me better. I just let Mama take care of them. Hopefully she won't move them. 4 kittens is a lot for a young cat like that. But I think she'll be okay. Not sure if all these will survive or not, but we'll see. Yeah, a lot of white on them. 8:30 radar shows that the storm moved off to the east. Yeah, it's way east of me. Northeast, should I say northeast? It was already northwest of me, now it's northeast of me. So it's out of my way. However, I'm over here, that's what just passed me. But there's another storm working up over that way. I don't know if it's going to get to me or not, but it's looks like it's moving in that direction, so I might get the edge of it. We'll see. That'll be a while before it gets here. Warmed up to 78 degrees at around 11:30 a.m. So it warmed up again today. And the sun came out. Look at these bees. These carpenter bees, they're just buzzing around. More and more. Yeah. Yeah, they're not afraid of me either. They don't bother me too much, except buzzing in my face. But I'm going to walk down and get a closer look at the culvert work, since it's not raining right now. Yeah, the excavator guy made quick work of that. He got it done in about half an hour, so that was pretty good. But that lightning sure was a work stopper. Yeah. I don't think he was quite done digging that ditch out through there, but he got enough done where the water will go through. Yeah. He said he'd come back if the water don't flow through there. Bud the cat gave me a little chuckle. he was hovering around my feet while I was recording there. He was laying around my feet. And then when I was crossing this fence, this gate here, he must have went underneath the fence right there. His tail must have hit the fence. He gave out a scream and boom, he went through there so fast. He went back to the house. He got shocked. That's because he went underneath it. His tail must have went under there. That was so funny. Wasn't funny for Bud, but funny for me. Anyway, I've got to clear what I'm doing. You can see where I sprayed. I sprayed right along that sidewalk. Even though the cattle are in here eating this once in a while. Some areas they don't eat, so I wanted to make sure I should have got a wider brick blocks, but it worked. Well, I had that there before, a long time ago. Before I closed that off for the cattle, I could walk from there all the way through to the front instead of going all the way around, but no, I can't. Unless I put a gate there. I'm thinking about doing that one of these days. Changing that to a gate instead of just a barricade. Okay, let's get a closer look at that down there. Oh boy, that sun is hot. Forgot to put a hat on. I didn't think it was that hot. Man, that sun's hot. Where is it? It's way up there. It's a hot sun. Even through the clouds, it's hot. No wonder it warmed up to 78. You know, the cattle are relaxing over there. One's out there. There's the bull, white bull, and the other two are under the trees. Wind's still blowing, and I can still smell that skunk down here somewhere. It's a dead skunk, but the smell is lingering. Yeah, boy, that sun is really warm up. It's really hot, even with the clouds. Anyway, that's what they did. That's what he did today, this morning. Well, there was a storm. The storm was brewing over that way, and somewhere else around us. There's some lightning. By the time he got done, some lightning was getting more severe, so he had to quit. I quit before he did. Yeah, I had to walk back to the house. Yeah, that was bad. Anyway, nobody got hurt. Last year when the cattle, the Highlanders, the 3 Highlanders, were out at the big pasture with the bull, and this was empty. All this grew up with, all the fescue here grew up, but where I feed hay here, and on the other area too, I had to keep you can see the weeds starting to grow in there. Mostly Jimson weeds and some other weeds. Yeah, where that old manure is. So I had to keep it sprayed. I must have sprayed it 2, 3, 4 times. Keep the weeds down. Yeah. But this year I shouldn't have to do much. I'll still have to do something with the Jimson weeds. I'll probably spray them. Because the cattle won't eat the Jimson weeds or any weeds that they don't eat, I've got to spray. But the other ones they'll eat. Yeah, that's the work that was done this morning. I think he was planning to dig out some more there, right there. And maybe over here too. Well, with that lightning was getting more severe, he had to quit. And I don't blame him. I left before he did. Yeah, because I couldn't take it. Lightning was getting too close. And before, while I was going up the driveway, walking up the driveway, another one hit really close, or the lightning flashed real close. Gave me goosebumps. Made me run to the house. Anyway, this is what's done, and I'm happy with it. Not sure how all this is going to work when the water's flowing through right now, but from what I can see, I think the water's flowing underneath. I don't think it's going through the culverts yet. The water's going down somewhere. Yeah, there's plenty of water. Yeah, it's going. It might be going through that one, or underneath somehow. Yeah, the water's. I told him not to bother this because of the roots. I didn't want to kill it. I didn't want to kill this big tree. That's over there. But the water's coming down. Hopefully those 2 pipes will the water will be able to go through both of those pipes. Yeah, I'm concerned why there's a big hollow there, but that's just how he set it up. Yeah, let's see. I got a feeling it's going to cave in over there, but if it does, I'll have to fix it with something. Yeah, looking good. And the only reason I needed this here, or wanted this here, same as I had it over in the other place, other area, location, is so I could drive my ATV along the fence, going over the hill. Going up and over this hill, because I used to just walk all the time. Walk over. Yeah, but this year I decided to start using the ATV to drive up. And it worked. Okay. This is what I wanted, and it's working so far. Well, just what I was thinking, just what I thought. So, I think the water's coming through this one. Or something like it anyway. I see water on this side, but I don't know if it's going in the pipe on that end. But anyway, it's coming out underneath that one, in between them. I was concerned about that, but hopefully over time the dirt will settle around it and it'll all be good. It'll all work out okay. Guess it would have been better to get one big one, but I couldn't do that. Couldn't find one. The water's still flowing pretty good through here. And that's where the old culvert was, right through there. They dug it out. I still think he was planning on digging some more of this out along here. Yeah, but he didn't get around to it. Lightning got too severe, so. Anyway, he made that. That's where the water, where it hit the culvert, it used to go that way, so he built that up there. The dirt that he dig out of there, he just left it piled up. I told him to do that. Let's see it work. See what happens the next time it rains enough to flood. Yeah. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay. This job's done. I gotta start working on the other job that I need to get done sometime. Yeah, there's a lot of dirt piled up here, but that's what I wanted. Yeah. Water's flowing better through here now. Should have done this the first time. Even if I would have put the culvert, the first culvert over there in the beginning, the first time he dug this, that pipe, that small culvert just wasn't enough for the amount of water coming down. But hopefully 2 of them will be. Hopefully. I'm just concerned now, though, when I see the water coming out from underneath the pipes, the culverts, that I'm hoping that the water don't erode all the soil out from underneath. Yeah. Well, if it does, I'll just have to have some rock put in there. That'd be the only other solution for that. Put rock around the culverts. It probably would have been the best thing to do anyway. But for now, we'll just see how it works. It's not that important. As long as I can get an ATV across it, that's the main thing. Well, this ditch is still working good. Yeah, looking good. This will do. Okay, yourself. I've seen enough. Back to the house. Maybe it's about time I pulled them posts up. And the reason I explained this before, but the reason I had posted there because I had an old. Well, I guess it wasn't old. I had a thorn tree, honey locust, and it had big thorns on it. There's another one, an old log laying over there where that cow is. I can't see it from here, but that's another thorn tree I cut down. But I left the tree. But this one here, this tree here was smaller. It had three branches, 3 trunks. And the trunks were about as big as my arm, something like that. And I didn't clean them up right away. I just cut them down and laid one laid that way, one laid that way, one laid this way. And I just left it and I put them posts there around it so I wouldn't drive a tractor around it. But after they dried up, I piled them up and burned them in the middle on top of the stump. This was years and years ago. Yeah. And since some of the thorns fell off when I was working on it, cutting it up, I decided to leave this area alone. I try not to mow that because there might be some buried thorns in there. Yeah. That's why those poles are there. But maybe it was last year or the year before, I mowed in and around in there. So I think it's probably safe now. But they ain't hurt nothing, so I'll just leave them for now. Yeah, looks like they ate up most of that bale. But they got plenty of grass to eat on for now. And there's some hay left to nibble on. Yeah. Next thing I'm gonna burn is that one probably. I'm gonna drag that limb down too with it. Okay, I'm just standing here and I'm starting to sweat. Okay, let's go back to the house. That means I gotta walk up that hill. This is where I piled all those dead animals that I caught in the trap. The groundhogs, the raccoons, the possums, and one skunk. And I think that's why the cattle aren't eating anything around it, because of the dead smell. And there's probably a skunk smell in there too. I get a whiff of it every once in a while when the wind's right. Okay. Oh, I like that tree. I think it's yellow birch. Yeah, I like that. Cattle like the leaves too. Okay. Oh, the sun might be warm, shining through the clouds, but the wind feels good. The wind feels good. Yeah, I'm glad to have that work done. The 1:20 p.m. radar showing another storm moving in. I'm right over here somewhere. So this is all coming this way. I guess I'll go outside and see what it looks like on the west side. 1:25 p.m. The radar is showing a storm moving in. Let's see, where am I? I'm over here somewhere. So it's headed this way. I'm gonna go out and see what it looks like on the west side. Well, it looks like it started to rain. I heard some thunder out west. Oh, the cattle are over by the pond. And it's raining. Well, the storm's moving this way. And this one looks bigger than the one this morning. We only got a little bit of rain out of the one this morning, but the lightning was strong. And I think the lightning is going to be strong on this one too, according to the radar. Yeah, just have to wait until it gets here. Well, if it rains, if we get a lot of rain out of this one, I'll be able to see how that new culvert, those two culverts are going to work with all that water. There's the thunder. Boom. Well, I'll be able, if it rains enough, I'll be able to see how this new ditch work is going to work. And the cattle are over there. Okay, bud. Yeah, I got to get in before it starts raining too hard. What, bud? Did you get shocked today? Did you get shocked? Yeah, let's go back to the house. But this all lightning. I better get in. It's not safe out here right now. Look at those barn swallows. There and there. I think they got a nest under my carport. And they're waiting for me to leave so they can go back to it. Yeah. Yeah, rain's starting to come in a little heavier. Just a little bit. Not sure if that's a new nest for the barn swallow or an old nest from last year. Oh, I think there's another barn swallow nest here somewhere too. I'm surprised they haven't come in yet. I think there's another nest up here. This one looks fresh. Yeah, this one looks fresher. Yeah. Yeah, that's over here. Under here. I just saw a big lightning right there. Should be hearing the thunder from it pretty soon. Yeah, maybe not yet. Must be pretty far away because I didn't hear the thunder from it yet. Yeah, pretty far away. Okay, there it is. Yeah, that's a good 10, 15 miles away. So another one, another lightning. There it goes. It's not raining much. The heavy stuff's over that way, I think. I'm not really sure which way this storm is headed. Oh, hey, there's a big one. Ooh, I got that one. Ah, that was a big one. There it goes. That's more like 10 miles away. Yeah, there's going to be a lot more lightning with this one. But I should be safe. Oh, there's another one. Quite a bit of them. That's way to the west of me. What's the matter, bud? Lightning scare you? Scares me. Not so much under my carport. Well, it's starting to rain a little harder at about 1:45. So I think the rain's going to get heavier. Swallows are still flying around. And it's sitting on the wire out there. (1:50 p.m.) Still only a light rain. There's no wind. There's hardly any wind. But that looks like it's going to be bringing in some wind. That front there. Yeah. That front looks scary. I guess you call that a cold front. Moving across here. Yeah. That's some, yeah. I don't like the way that looks. I'm thinking that's going to start getting windy here when that shows up. I'm not sure which way it's headed though. I think it's headed toward me. Yeah. Yeah. It's dark enough for my, what do you call those, dusk to dawn lights came on. Yeah. Looks scary. I want to go in and check the radar before I lose my internet. Yeah, see if I even still have internet before this front gets here. Ooh, spooky. Yeah, this is at 1:50 p.m. and I'm on the northern edge of this little hole here. So this still is coming toward me. That's what I was saying. This rain from there. So it's moving this way, I think. And it'll be here soon. I think it's going in this. I'm not sure, but I think it's going that direction, but it could be going this direction too. Let me check. While I was watching the radar image, I lost my internet. And now, I come back up here, and the wind's starting to blow. Yeah, wind's starting to blow heavy from the west, coming right at me. Yeah, yeah. Wind's blowing a little stronger than it was before. That's from what I saw on the radar right before I do where it would show the past and present and future. It showed it was moving from the southwest to the northeast, so it's also moving west at the same time, or moving east on an angle. So it's moving two directions. Northeast and east. Yeah. The wind's blowing rain right on me. Gotta back up a little bit. Yeah. The wind's blowing the rain on me even in here. this far back. Yeah, the wind's blowing. Oh boy. Hope it don't get too much wind. Rain I can handle, but the wind, no. I don't like wind. Or lightning. Or anything dangerous. I don't like too much rain either. What you want? What you want, Bud? Bud's under the truck, he says. Bud feels safer under the truck. Good. Lighter on the east side. The rain's getting heavier. Okay, here comes the wind and the rain. I think I better go. I'm gonna wait it out in the truck. Safer in there, I think. Well, can't see much. The windshield's full of water. It's coming down now. I can see the water on the trailer. Heavy. And way out there I can see the wind down in that bottom there. The wind's blowing the water, the rain, pretty hard. Yeah. Oh, that was a big one. Glad I'm in the truck. There it comes. Oh boy. It's coming down. I got my window open. I'm not getting too wet. Yeah. Oh, it's blowing pretty good here. Oh! Now I'm getting wet again. Yeah, look at that wind blowing in on my truck. Strong. Yeah. Coming off the truck too. Hard to see through a wet windshield. Yeah, it's coming down pretty good. That's why I lost the internet, I think. Too much water. Yeah, you can see what's going on out there. Oh my gosh, look at this. Here it's not so bad. It's down in that bottom, that opening there. There's no protection from the trees. That's going pretty good. As soon as this rain stops, I'm going to go out and check that screen. I hope the culprit didn't wash out. We just got them put in. Let's see what happens. Oh, look at that. Look at that, I'm hearing hail. Just a few. Yeah, I saw some hail. Here it comes. Hail, I can hear hail. I see it bounce off the trailer too. It's bouncing off the trailer. Here it comes. Here it comes. I can hear it. There it comes. Woo-wee. Yeah. I'm just glad we didn't have this morning while he was working on that culvert. Anyway, it is what it is. Yeah, this will be a good test for that culvert. It's either going to hold up or it's going to wash out. One or the other. Look at the tree. Tail's getting bigger. No, don't get wet. I'll roll my window down so I can hear it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hope this won't make another flood. I can't handle. I don't know if I can handle another flood in my big pasture. You know, but this is a small storm. It's not like it's going to rain all day, or do this all day. Yeah, so we're going to do it for a few minutes, I think, at a time. The cell wasn't that big anyway. But there's a lot of rain in it though. I think the hail's hitting this. Hard to hold my phone. Oh boy. Well, I still have that electricity, so our fire didn't go out. That's good. I can still hear the hail. Tell if it's getting less or not. It's about the same. Yeah. I think it's getting a little bit less. Oh, there's the lightning. Yeah. I'm talking about when I say less, I mean the hail. There's still some hail, but it's not as heavy as it was before. Rain's still coming down pretty good though. I'm glad I sat in the truck. I couldn't be out here very long without the truck to protect me. I think the rain, some of that rain's coming in my window there. I see it on the truck door. It'll dry up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think it's getting less and less. Less rain now too. The reason I think it's less because I can see the trees now over here. Before I could hardly see them. And the windshield was always full of water all the time. So I think the wind dying down too a little bit. Well, the driveway's all wet. Full of water anyway. Most of the water from here drains out that way. That's why I get stuck out there with my front wheels, because I don't have any rock out there. Yeah, I think it's a little bit less rain. Well, it don't look less on this side. Yeah, I don't look less over here. So it's 2:15 p.m. So it's rained for about half an hour. Or no, half hour. 15 minutes. It started raining just before 2 p.m. Yeah, I think. Yeah, so it's been about 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. But it's a lot less now. So I'm going to go in and see if I can see if I have internet back. Yeah, it's less. Well, it's a little bit less. Well, I'm still going to go in. Whoa, there's a lightning. Well, I'm safe in my truck, I think. Oh boy. Well, I think it's still real. Oh, it's still blowing the rain in though. Oh, I should have stayed in the truck. Oh, look good down there. Everything's backing up. I can see the water flushing. Everything. It's even going around the top of the culvert up the hill. Oh, it's wet. I gotta go in. Yeah. I don't know how that culvert's gonna hold up with all that water there. But it didn't handle all the water. Even 2 culverts couldn't handle it. I'm not getting as wet here. And you can see all the water in that ditch. Pretty high there. Pretty high. You went going up the hill a little bit. This way. I don't think I can get out there yet. I can see the water going down into that branch. I did before. This might even raise the creek up. Yeah, pretty bad. I got a flood here too. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of water coming out from underneath my carport. Yeah. I don't think it's getting worse again. At least I'm somewhat sheltered here from the west wind. Oh boy. I'd like to go out there and see how that culvert's going, but I think I'll wait till the rain dies down. I think I'll wait. I still don't have internet. Look at the cattle. They're all holding together there in the rain. Just standing there taking it. Yeah. There's a lot of water in that ditch there. Pretty full. Came back up on the west side. No raining. I got another. Take a look at something else. Oh, came up to my chicken house. I can see it all. Yeah. Oh, I can see better. I can see better, yeah. There's a lot of water coming down that branch. Look what it did there. Backed up everywhere now. It's hard to see. I can see one log. Look, I can see one log there. Yeah, that's a log on. And it looks like a lot of the water is going over the top. Over the top of that 2 logs going around. That's it. But there's still a lot of water going on this side too. But this one's all spread out. The other one's going pretty swift. So I'm afraid that the faster water is going to be cutting the new gouge in the ground down there. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's my wife's old toolbox from when she worked at World Color Press. She worked there for 9 years. She was the bindery operator. Yeah. 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 But look at that. Look at that stream down there. Well, look at, once it gets past this area here, it's all being contained. It's all contained there. I guess the only thing I can do there is dig that ditch deeper. That's what I need to do. Dig that the ditch deeper from there all the way up to the road. That's the only way to solve that problem. But from here down, the water is contained. It's not going out this way. Only up here because of those culverts. So need a bigger culvert. Yeah. And a deeper ditch all the way to the road. Anyway, I'll look at this later when it stops raining. Okay, I'll go on back in. I'll get wet. Yeah, I need to fix this. Oh, these fiberglass roofing here. Had it for the chicken house. Some of them blew off, and I need to put some new ones on, or get some metal roof. Yeah, I should do that sometime. Someday. This was my chicken roost, and that's where they used to go in and out there. I had a ladder out there where they could go up and down the ladder. And I think the raccoons learned how to go up and down the ladder too. I don't know if you can see that in there, but through that hole I can see the cattle out there. Yeah, I can see the cattle. Looks like the rain's mostly done for now. Still raining though, and blowing wind. But not very strong anymore. Yeah, look at that. Oh boy. Look at that. The water pushed up the railroad tie on that side. It's still there. Still there. Yeah. This ditch is holding up okay, but the other branch is dumping in water from that side, so it gets twice as much water, if not more, when it goes that way. So looks like right now it's going through the pipes, going through the two culverts right now. But before it was going up and over, it was even going up the hill over. But now I think that they're both going down there. All the water's going through those two pipes. At least that's the way it looks to me. Yeah, sure. It bottled up down there though. Yeah, but it didn't go over that way, so that's good. Didn't go over that way, so that worked out okay. It's just this area here that needs a bigger culvert. Yeah, or a deeper ditch. Probably a bigger culvert is what it needs. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. But unless it rains hard, it should be okay. I still have to wait and see how all the soil held up on top of those culverts. See if any was eroded. Yeah, looks pretty good. I'll have to wait and see what it looks like after the rain stops. This is the culvert that goes into my pond. Yeah, and the pond's full because I see it's that blue thing way down there, that blue metal with the white in the middle. That's off the old 4 baler. The water's halfway up, so that means that Water's going through that culvert too. But that one's holding up. That one didn't fail at all. Well, it looks like it flooded the field on the other side of the creek. It did that the last time too. It rained a lot. But it didn't do any damage except for a little flood debris. Well, it looks like the water didn't come out of the creek. But there's some water on the road. And from here, I can see through the gate. I see that there's water going over the bridge, but I'm not going to look at it. Yeah, because it's still raining too much for me. But I can see that flooded back that way. All that water comes out of the other creek that goes from there up that way, along the south side of the fence, outside the fence. So that one flooded, but it did the same thing last time. So that one looks like that one floods first, but the creek didn't go over its bank on this creek, just that little stream. Because when it gets to this stream, down there at the corner, down there somewhere, way down there, it makes that one back up because they can't dump into this one enough. But I'm sure that water's over that bridge too down there, but I'm not going down there either. I just wanted to see what this looked like. I'd have to say that most of this water is coming from the road on the way to my house, coming down the hill on the road. Yeah, I'd have to say most of this water came from up there, mostly on that side of the road. And then you can see where the water's been flowing down the road. That's where I think. I don't know why you don't dig the ditches out. Yeah, well, I guess we're not that important down here. Well, I can see the creek from this field. That's before it gets to my bridge. Yeah. It's near the top, but it's not over yet. If it stops raining, I'll be okay. Well, I got internet back. Oh, the heavy stuff. I'll see, where am I? I don't even know where I'm at. I think I'm there. Yeah, anyway, this heavy stuff already passed me. That's the stuff that came down real heavy in the wind. So I'm just getting a light rain now. Water can drain off. Okay, well, I had a good test for that culvert. New culverts we put in, the old one and the new one, and the new location. Didn't work out exactly as I planned, but I think we had more rain than I planned too. So, yeah, it all depends on how much rain there is. Like I said, I'll just have to wait. After the rain stops, I'll go out and see if there's any damage to that culvert crossing, creek crossing down there that we just put in this morning. We'll see. 4:25 p.m. and the storm has passed. Guess I'll go out and check that culvert situation. Well, it's still sprinkling a little bit, but not much. I can't tell. I have to walk down there to see what's going on down there, but doesn't look too bad. I know it's okay from here down, yeah, from before, but the water was going over the top of the culvert, or over the top of the logs, or the railroad ties, up that way. But that was going around real fast water. But here it was just spread out and going slow. I think some of this was even coming out over there and going back in over here. Yeah, but I have to wait and see. But I noticed something else when I came out. Even though it stopped raining, my creek went over. The creek went over, and now this flooded. Yeah, that don't look good. I'm gonna go down. And this was after the rain stopped. So they must have had a lot more rain upstream. Yeah, that's where that water came from, I think. I'm going to drive down to the bottom of big pasture and see what's going on down there. But I'm sure that fence is grounded. But we'll see. I'll have to go up to the barn and unplug it. But I can't work on it today. Look how's up here. Yeah. Yeah, one of my next projects is going to be all those all those T-posts I had lined up over there. Some of them fell down. Some of them fell down too because of the rain. I just had them stuck in a little bit. But anyway, eventually I'm going to transfer this fence that goes this way. I'm going to transfer it all over up there, goes down that way, and then go back down. Yeah, I'm going to open that up for them. But not for a while. Anyway, I could hear it looks from here like the culvert's still there. Everything looks like it's still there. Yeah, I'll get a closer look. Some of the dirt got washed away though, I think. I'll have to figure out a way to replace that. But as far as this forest from here down, it did pretty good. Did pretty good there. It's just that even 2 culverts couldn't handle all that water. Yeah, too much water coming down. I'd have to get even a bigger culvert, a much bigger culvert, and that ditch here has to be dug out from there all the way down, or at least from here down, because that's where the other 2 streams come in, from there and there. Yeah, those 2 streams come in and add the water, so that area there has to be dug out. Yeah, but the main problem is that there's just culverts. Just not 2 culverts ain't big enough. But did pretty good. I was satisfied. Those 3 are up there eating grass. Now look at that. Look at all the water. Same thing it did a few weeks ago, or about a month ago, I guess. Yeah, when I had that big rain. That was 3.5 inches. I don't think I got 3.5 inches today, though. Yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna go down here and check this culvert. Then I'm going to drive out to the big pasture, see what it looks like down there. Well, this part of the ditch worked real good. There, from there all the way down. So it worked out just the way I planned. That contained the water. It didn't go out anywhere there. But it is coming out. Well, it's going through the pipes, but it's also going in between them right there, in between. Yeah, so I'll have to figure out a way to plug that up on the other end. But at least it's coming out of one pipe, and I think it's coming out of the other one too. I think. But I think most of it's coming out of the center. And some of this dirt here eroded. See, the water was coming out, going up there. It's got blocked, and then it went up that way, and then over, and came out. You can see where it was washing right here. Yeah, but it also washed out there too. Yeah, I lost some dirt. I lost some dirt there, and I lost some dirt there. That's what I was expecting. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, this needs to be higher. All the way through here. All the way up to that hill. To keep the water on this side. Actually, it didn't come out there, I don't think. But it did. Water was coming out over here. Because that's where those two streams come out. That one and that one are adding to this other one. That one seemed like it was okay. And then this one here came out here, went down, came down here, but then it was going in, it was going back in the stream down that way, right there. It came along here, and some of it went back in that way. Yeah. Well, I can still drive across it, so that's not a problem. See, there's some water still coming down this branch, this stream, from the road. But this one here is coming from farther up. But it's got a lot of water in it. And then this same branch here has another stream, because it's split up down there. Has another stream coming down and adds to it right here. Then you've got another stream here. So, and all this water collects here. It can't go, it can't fit into those two pipes. So it came out, actually it didn't come out this way. It didn't come out here. It actually came out where I'm standing. Came out here, went down. Some of it went that way. This is all underwater, all water. Some of it came out here and then it went back in. Went back in, so yeah. So but look at that. Look at that flooding down there. Yeah. Looks like the majority of the water is going in that one. Even though that pipe's bigger. I think that pipe is lower down, that's why. I think that pipe is lower. I think I'm gonna have to cut these stuff out of here. Yeah, these roots. And I gotta figure out a way to, I'll probably have to plug that with cement. Yeah, I'll have to form some cement around there. That'd be the best thing to do there. Well, at least the log stayed in place. The railroad ties, I just got to get some of that dirt and put it back in. The only thing I can do there is with a lawnmower, I think. Lawnmower, the wheelbarrow. But we can wait. Okay, well, the water's flowing. That's the main thing. The water's flowing. Hi guys and girls. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out what to do here. I think what I'll do is I'll just move that log in. I don't need it that wide. I'll dig that up there and I'll move that log over. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll just move that log over. Same thing here. Maybe I'll just move that, dig some of that dirt out this way and move that log over. Yeah, tighten it up. Yeah, I think that's best. Instead of hauling dirt, I'll just move the logs in. That'll work. You can see how much water is going down. And most of the water is coming out of these two streams coming in from that direction. Because the one all coming from the road up that way, it's not that much water. So the majority of the water is coming from that, from up there. Well, Billy, you're gonna do with all that water, huh? Guess I'll be working on fences before I do anything else. But I'll have to wait till the water recedes. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Because I don't want you getting out. Yeah, I'm gonna move that fence that goes along there that when I moved here a couple years ago. I'm gonna move it back up close to where it was. Up that way. Yeah, that's best. Well, at least most of it's intact. I'll just have to do some damage control right there. And bullet goes through it. Move that log in, and move that log in. What do you want? You gonna try to fight with me again, huh? You don't like my hand? Yeah. Just Do what you gotta do. Okay. I gotta go out to the big pasture now, see what that looks like. Creek water is higher than before. I can see it over here. Yeah, I can see it over there. Yeah. And I can see it over there too. Yeah, water's higher than before. Plus had more rain upstream. Yeah. And it's all the water's washing downstream, so it's piling up. And the water's up here too, but not too bad. All the flood debris from the last flood that was pushed away, that I moved away from the fence, it's still laying where I put it, I think. So the water's not that high or strong. But I'll drive down there and just see. But this is higher than before too. Yeah. But the other water is already receded on the other side of the creek. In the other pasture, that water's already receded. But it's backing up over here. Yeah, everything's going across the road, pasture road that is. Okay, I'm gonna drive down there and take a look at it. Okay, let's do a drive-by. Let's see, time now is about, oh, it's probably close to 5 o'clock. Yeah, 5 p.m. Yeah, I can see the water down by the bridge. It's pretty swift again. A lot of water coming out here too. It's even going across from the gate to the bridge too. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty swift through here, see? But the fence ain't underwater, but this fence is off anyway. Yeah, okay, I'm starting to drive in the water. A lot of water comes out right here. It crosses the road into the neighbor's field. Right here. It's all going across where this power pole is. And I'm driving in the water now. And I can see the water flowing out that way too, in the middle of the pasture. Yeah, a lot of water is going across right here. Right here. Right where my truck is. Yeah, right here. Looks like some of that old flood debris got washed back. But it went under the fence this time. Yeah, most of it. Yeah. Yeah, I can see way out there the water's flowing all the water's flowing pretty good. All the way back that way. Yeah. Oh well. Bound to happen. Too much rain, too quick. Yeah, I'm driving through the water on the road. But it's not swift. Yeah, this flood debris didn't wash out away. Well, some of it did, depending on where it's laying. Yeah, I'm driving in water. It's probably not very smart. At least my fence is still up. And this flood debris is still there, laying away from the fence. So, yeah. This is the areas where I need extra posts. Yeah, I can see the creek. I can see the creek out there. It's high. And I see cattle way out on the other side. So they're back down eating grass down there. Ugh. Yeah. This is about as far as the water goes. Yeah. Some of this flood debris went back in. That's as far as I'm going to go. Well, that's the water here. The road's underwater too, but I don't know if I can show that, but I'll try. I'm going to back up the way I came. There. That's what I drove through. It's slow moving water, so I thought it was safe. Now I just got to back out the way I came. Well, so far so good. We got a little bit of ways to go yet. Well, that's what I drove through. And I got out. Well, there's nothing I can do about it. I'll come back tomorrow and see what the damage is, if any. This ain't too bad of a flood. It's similar to the earlier one. So this is like the third flood this year so far. Yeah. First one was light. Second one was about like this. Yeah. And so this is the third one. Yeah. That water over there is already receded. Hopefully we don't get no more rain. Yeah, got enough today. I guess that sign says it all. Impassable during high water. And it's high water today. That's the creek upstream from my big pasture. Oh, I made it back to the house. Now I gotta go out to the barn and check that fence. Well, at least the cattle have grass to eat. Yeah. There's the new mama cat. I haven't seen the old mama cat. I think she had kittens too, but she probably had them out in the barn. I'm glad that this kitten here, this younger mama cat, that she had in the doghouse on the porch. There's 2 dog houses on the porch for the cats for winter. And I got straw on them. Yeah, she's doing okay. She gave me 4 kittens. Hopefully I'll be able to tame them down before they get big. Well, I guess when this flood goes down, I'll know the flood has gone down at the big pasture too. Yeah, they're both related. Well, the fence is grounded, just like I figured it would be, with that flood water touching the wire. Having any problem with this new culvert since it was installed. I got it covered there because I don't want the cattle walking on it. Yeah, water's coming out real nice there. And those, the busted up ones are the ones that are laying there, the old culvert. That's what this black pipe replaced. Yeah, that's what was in there before. That sprung a leak. Well, it's getting hard to see anything through here. Trees are getting too many leaves on them. There's my pasture down, big pasture down there. There's the creek going through the neighbor's ground. And right here, I believe right in there is my bridge. Yeah, that's my bridge. Pretty sure. That's the bridge. Looks like I caught a groundhog. Yeah. I knew I smelt one here last time it was tripped. I don't know how long you've been in there, but I haven't checked this for a few days. I'll have to come back with, I'll have to go to the house, get something to take care of you. Yeah. Yeah, I think this fence is underwater. Certain places, this part here looks okay with all that flood debris underneath the fence. But down there farther, yeah, I've been meaning to fix that. I need to change how the posts are located in the little low spot that I go through over there. I've got a post right in the middle of the low spot. I need to have it on either side so keep the wire above the floodwaters. But other than that, and it's also flooded back there in that little, you can see the remnant of the old creek there. Water comes in from the main creek, which is out that way, and then water still comes in here and goes out that way. So those two might be underwater. Yeah. I got a low battery already. I just had it charged up. Anyway, that's where once this goes down, I'll check the fence again to see if there's any ground after the water recedes. Before I do any checking, I think the low post is right there. Just beyond that tree, that way, right there. The one that sticks out a little bit. Yeah. I need to have a post on either side of that low spot so the fence will be higher. Okay. Yeah. Another flood. Third flood this year so far. Look at the water. Look at the water that came down here. Flushed out a bunch of that old hay. You can see where the wet spot is. Yeah. That's okay. That's what I put the hay there for. And there's my garden with the dead grass and weeds. Just like I planned. Yeah. Cattle on top of the hill, grazing away. There's still a little hay there left if they wanted to eat it. Yeah, ditch is working better now. Still got a problem I gotta solve there where those two culverts are, but I think I can fix that somehow by myself. Not sure, but I gave it some grass until I come back. I think it's been in there for a few days. Look at I think it's been trying to get out because of the red around the nose, trying to get out different places. I gave it some grass to give it its last meal if it wants to eat some. Probably hungry. I don't know how long it's been in here. I forgot to check it. Anyway, but it looks like a young one. Doesn't look very big. But anyway, I'm gonna go dispatch it later today. I still haven't figured out how that groundhog got into the hole. I don't see no holes in the barn where it could get in. But I'm glad it came out through the trap. Unless it's been there the whole time. I don't see any other way to get in. But hopefully it came out, I'm glad it came out the trap and got caught. Here's a new, well, it's not new. What do you call it? It's like that big tree over there. The mulberry. Yeah. Another mulberry growing here. That's why I left it. And it's got mulberries on it. I think I had some on it last year too. But it looks like it's got more this year. See, they're still eating that hay. Yeah. That's still some good stuff there. Ate some grass while I was gone. Sorry, groundhog. You made the mistake of digging a hole under my barn. So now you're gonna pay for it. I did give you your last meal, so I'm not heartless. So, cow's eating a little walnut leaf. Yeah, I got long necks. I'm not positive, but I I think that groundhog is a male. Yeah, I think the females are bigger and the males must be smaller. Yeah, that's what to me it looks like a male. I think the other two I caught this spring were females. That's what it looked like to me. Unless this is one of the babies that were, but it's too big to be a baby. Yeah, it's too big to be a baby. Anyway, he's taken care of now. Hopefully there's no more in there under the barn. But if there is, I hope to come out the trap and get caught. That's it, grouse. Clean up that hay. And if you need some, I'll give you another one. Yeah. I don't think I'll put any more in that low spot there. I'll keep them up there where the cows are now. Yeah, I'll try to anyway. But I'm sure some of it's going to wind up down here where the water flows. Yeah, it looks like a male to me. Yeah, I reset this trap, and I'm going to leave that grass in there as a treat in case somebody gets caught again. There, I baited the trap with some grass. Tried everything else. I think they like grass. That's what they normally eat, I think. They're rodents, aren't they? And before I put the trap back down, I put some old clover hay underneath it to keep it dry underneath. Well, I guess I'm done for today. Unless it rains again. Well, I hope not. This water from the last rain didn't recede yet. Well, I guess the water did recede a little bit. It's lower than it was when I came out here. Yeah, a little bit lower. Yeah, but where that post is over there, fence goes down through a little low spot, and I think that's where it might be grounded there and out there on the other side of that pocket of water. Yeah. I'll wait till I don't think the cattle get out. They got grass to eat and a little bit of hay. So we'll leave the fence plugged in because when the water recedes, hopefully the fence will work again. This was not solar. This one runs off an electric outlet. Well, it's almost 6 p.m. Yeah, and I checked the fence before I went to the barn. It was grounded, but after the water receded a little bit, now it's working full strength. So the water must have went down enough that nothing's touching the fence. So I don't have to check the fence now. Yeah, at least not for a while. Yeah, the water's down now. And the sun's shining. That helps. Yeah, sun's shining. At least this fence is working. Tomorrow I'll check the other fence out in the big pasture. The south fence mostly, because that's the one that I'll check them both. I'll check the north and south fence tomorrow. I'll use the ATV to go out there though, since there was a flood. Fence by the road's not even turned on, so I don't have to worry about that. Till I'm ready to put them out there, let them back in. Okay, I think I'm going to call it a day. I'm tired and the video's too long, and I'm just tired. All right, that's all for today. Catch you on the next one. That's all, folks. 6 p.m. I'm done. Oh, forgot. It's after 7 p.m. and I forgot that I didn't check my rain gauge bucket. But I also think I forgot to dump the last time it rained. And if I remember right, which I probably don't, I think the last time it rained about an inch, if I remember right. But anyway, if I didn't put it this way, if I didn't dump the bucket after that last inch of rain, if it was an inch, today I got 2 inches, because right now there's 3 inches of water in the bucket. So I'm thinking I got 2 inches of rain today, which is about right, because that's about what it takes to make that flood. Yeah, down in the bottom like that. Yeah, so I'm just going to say I got 2 inches. And I'll have to remind myself to dump that bucket tomorrow, or if I don't dump it, then I'll just, I know there was 3 inches in it today. Or today, right now. Yeah. Yeah, I think I got about 2 inches of rain today. Okay, that's all.